Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, nice to see you. Yes it is, I am Rob and I'm back with a new PvP battle video today. We're halfway through February now, so next month we're going to get the new format and it's going to be an interesting meta. Things are going to change a lot. I hope you've been enjoying G-Max Toxicity raids as well. Possibly hosting again one more time this evening, probably after this video uploads. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying those so far as well. I'm going to be using the same team still. Possibly next month this team will need a bit of work. Going to look at using a different team before then, though, possibly. Maybe mix this one up a little bit. Yeah, so still the same one right now, as you can see. Bravery I'd like to replace. Definitely could look at replacing that sooner rather than later. Doesn't really do a lot on this team. It just sort of hangs in there, really. So trainer has been found. I'm going to aim to do between 2 and 3 battles this video, depending how quickly they go. So let's see what my opponent brings. So Hitmontop, Duraludon, Whimsicott, Tyranitar, Milotic and Charizard. So that's interesting. Interesting team. I like it. Right. Need to have a think here. Do I want to lead with Torkoal? I think I'm going to leave Raichu Charizard. I'm not sure. I don't think I need Gastrodon. I think I'm going to bring Torkoal and Machamp in the back. I think that looks pretty solid on paper anyway. If he does lead the Tyranitar, I will very possibly switch in the Torkoal over Raichu. But I'll wait and see first and see what my opponent party brings. Because if I switch in Torkoal, I might be able to KO the Tyranitar. I'm not sure. So Whimsicott and Charizard. I'm alright with that, actually. I'm alright with that. Right. I don't think I'm going to go for a fake out this time. I think I'm going to go straight for a Nuzzle onto Charizard. And I'm going to go straight for a G-Max Wildfire onto Whimsicott. Even if my opponent goes for a Tailwind, which I expect it to. Paralysing a Charizard will bring it back down to its neutral. And if the Whimsicott does go for a Protect, I will still get some damage off it and break its Sash. With the higher ranks, a lot of them seem to carry Protect or just straight out swap their Whimsicott out because obviously they see the fake out coming from Raichu. Paralysing the Charizard would be nice and yeah, I think that's pretty safe so far. I think that's pretty safe. So my opponent is Dynamaxing or Gigantamaxing either his own Charizard. I mean, one day it could be the Whimsicott, but no one's going to be Dynamaxing Whimsicott, are they? Let's be honest. So we've got Dark Charizard versus regular Charizard. Interesting. So my opponent does go for the Tailwind, so I could have doubled up onto that slot. And goes for the G-Max Wildfire onto Raichu. I think that will take me out. But I do get the Nuzzle off on Charizard. Unless it's carrying the Lumberry, then I'm alright there. It's paralysed now, it's always good. Yep, no Lumberry. Most of them don't carry Lumberry, so that's alright. So I could have definitely doubled up onto Whimsicott there, but that's alright, not to worry. Do get my passive damage off. Whimsicott's still going to faint this turn due to the Wildfire. Whether or not Raichu will, I'm not sure. I assume it probably will, though, to be fair. So, we both traded 1 for 1 that turn. I feel like I'm in the slightly better position. I mean, my opponent does have... I think I'm going to bring in Torkoal here. I don't want to bring in Machamp because of Charizard. Even though it's paralysed, Tailwind is up, and so it's definitely outspeeding me still. Outspeeds me whether or not the Tailwind's up or not. Because I only have enough speed EVs to... So he does bring in a Tyranitar. Actually, I'm alright with that because that's good for Torkoal. I will win that Weather War. But, of course, there's a high chance that his Charizard is also solar power. I mean, it might not be, but I am, so there's that. Right, okay. So I'm gonna go for... I think I'm gonna protect... I'm gonna protect Torkoal. Now, it's whether or not I want to aim for Charizard or Tyranitar. My Charizard seems to be having a little bit of an issue there. Seems to be seems alright now, but yeah, back onto it. So it's either Airstream onto Charizard, or I think I'm gonna have to get rid of the... No, I think I'm gonna get rid of Airstream onto the Charizard actually. Yeah, because I should be able to live a rock slide from Tyranitar, obviously on Charizard. Does go from max Airstream onto my Charizard. I should still be able to live a rock slide, I think. Although not 100%. Actually, maybe going for the solar power would have been the better play there. So I do live it. It's good. Do get my max Airstream off. Does a good chunk of damage. Right, I need to think here, really. Right, I'm going to go for Earth Power into Tyranitar. Charizard's going to die from Wildfire the next turn anyway. So I think I'm better off just going for a max Overgrowth into Tyranitar and hoping for a Para on the Charizard. Probably the best I can hope for. Oh, wait, I actually... must be Speed Tying then, I guess. Nice. Okay, so yeah, we're speed tying, I suppose. My +1 means we speed tie the Tyranitar or outspeed. Obviously, the Charizard's at +1, but it's also paralysed, which means we outspeed there as well. Cool. So, actually, maybe not go for a... I mean, if the Charizard becomes paralysed, which is not luckily, Earth Power isn't doing anything. I mean, Torkoal's just going to faint anyway, so... all good, no worries there. I mean, it was a crit. I think that mattered, personally. Don't think that would have taken me out otherwise. Not looking in a very good position, no. Charizard has fainted. I only have Machamp left. So it's going to come down to my opponent's... I mean, being left with the Charizard is unfortunate. So it is Hitmontop. Right. So he's going to get the Intimidate off on my Charizard. I mean, on my Machamp. That will put me at -1. Which is never good. Right, so I think I need to go for a Stone Edge into Charizard. I need to hope that it's going to get Para. 1-on-1, I think, against Hitmontop, I should be alright. Although he does have Fake Out. Obviously, Fake Out. So, yeah. That missing would have been really good. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to win here, unfortunately. I mean, I know I'm faster than Hitmontop. But, yeah, that adds up a lot of damage. Damn. Yeah, so I think probably the crit on... I mean, if it's not fully speed invested in us, it's still at +1 though, isn't it? Yeah. So, unfortunately, no Para and no miss. That is gonna take out my Machamp. Good game to my opponent. Fair play to you. It was a good game. Enjoyed it. We'll go straight on to the next one. Happy with that game, though. I think I did all I could. Could have probably picked some different options, but I feel like I did the right options for that moment in time. Can't complain about that. Well, we get straight on to the next one. Yep, so let's continue battling. Back to 6,000. I mean, it's not the end of the world. But, you know, I mean, it's still looking all right. 27 wins, 20 losses, 47. Well, I mean, we're almost getting close to that 50 total now. So, next opponent, quite high low rank there even. So I see Mudsdale, Bravery, Arcanine, Hitmon. 2 Intimidate users there. Ah, interesting. I mean, this is that sort of that like perfect opportunity to actually bring Bravery here. But I don't know if I want to bring back Bravery, to be honest. I could do. Still set up a Tailwind. Might be handy. Under Tailwind, Machamp does outspeed base 100s. Not that there's any on that team, actually, to be honest. I don't want Torkoal. I think I'm going to lead with obviously the Mudsdale causes me some issues there. Might be better off leading I'm going to leave Raichu Charizard anyway. In the back I'm going to bring Gastrodon. Machamp, Torkoal is always useful, but I don't feel like I need it here. Machamp could be useful. Also, Bravery looks pretty useful. I might actually... so I did actually pick... Oh, man. Spent way too long fannying about, so... I'm not... So I'm probably going to get picked with 4 random Pokemon, so that's not good. I mean, we'll see which 4 it's decided to pick for me, but that's never good. Arcanine and Dragapult. So Charizard and oh no, so that is the 2 that I originally picked. So it might just be the one in the back that's just been randomly picked. We shall see though. We shall see. Let's have a look. So I've got Torkoal and Machamp. Okay, so it picked Torkoal for me. No, actually I think this is 4 random ones because I definitely picked Gastrodon. Never mind. So I'm going to fake out the Arcanine. And I'm going to go straight for a max Airstream into Arcanine. Because the +1 speed will make me faster than Dragapult on both Raichu and Charizard itself. Yeah, I think that's alright. Just in case the Arcanine wants to go for a Snow or anything as well. I don't want to have any special attack drops this turn. Dragapult itself will probably be Dynamaxing, I assume. No? So, Dragapult actually doesn't Dynamax. Interesting. I wonder who's going to Dynamax then. Dragapult actually goes for a U-turn onto Raichu. Almost brings me down to my Sash, actually, which is interesting. Right, okay. Let's see what my opponent wants to bring in. So my opponent brings in Mudsdale. Yeah, that's fair. I get that. I get you to bring that in. Right. So I need to think here. I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt onto Arcanine. And I think I'm going to go for a G-Max Wildfire onto Mudsdale. I just want to get up passive damage. I should be able to live a max Rockfall from a Mudsdale. So I do have my Charizard Berry and it's not Stab. And then I think on the next turn, I will bring in Torkoal to get rid of the sand. Plus then hit it with a max Overgrowth, provided I'm still alive. Hopefully I will be, but we shall see. We shall see. Either way, I'll be going first, so I will be getting that passive damage off. Just for the help of the battle, to be honest. I don't think Thunderbolt will take out the Arcanine. No, doesn't quite. And it's a Citrus Berry as well. Arcanine going for something like max a Wild Charge would be absolutely great. Because obviously I will live that easy. So that's definitely a Saltfest Mudsdale as well. And it's stamina, so boosting its defense, cool. Arcanine goes for a Snarl, okay. Yeah, half expected that, to be honest. Half expected that. And Mudsdale does go for a max Rockfall. I should live that. Yeah, so I do live that. Arcanine should go down to the sand, actually. I'm going to bring in Torkoal next. Oh, no, it had Citrus Berry, didn't it? My bad. Yeah, okay. Right. I mean, I could bring in Machamp, actually. I think I'm gonna. No, I mean, no, I'm gonna bring a Torkoal. I was gonna say I could knock off the Mudsdale, but Charizard's gonna be moving first anyway, so I might as well get that Sun boost. Yeah, let's just go with that. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go for an Earth Power onto Arcanine, and I'm just gonna go for the Max Overgrowth onto Mudsdale. If it does go for a Max Quake onto Torkoal, it will weaken those ground type moves. And I should live it because I am heavily bulky in defense naturally. So that brings Mudsdale to half. Okay, that's cool. I should be able to take out Arcanine with an Earth Power, providing I survive. Arcanine just goes for the Snow. I expect the Mudsdale to want to take out Charizard. Would be my guess. So yeah, it does go for the Max Rockfall. Actually onto Torkoal. Ah, so that surprises me actually. I think my opponent should have stuck to Charizard personally, but could be wrong. That should take out Arcanine. Yeah, cool. Maybe my opponent expected me to go for a Solar Beam into the Mudsdale slot. Also possible. Either way, Charizard's getting another turn off, which is fine by me. That's fine by me. I mean, I could switch out Torkoal actually, but I don't think so. I think I want to keep Machamp as healthy as possible. Torkoal is slow, and the only thing it's going to be doing if I switch it out is being able to get rid of the sun. I mean the sand, sorry, which I don't think is really that necessary. So I know I'm faster than Bravery, so there's that. With Torkoal, I'm just going to go for a Heat Wave. That's safe. Now, do I want to go for my Heat Wave on Char? I mean, I am at -2, so probably not really needed. I think I'll just go for an Air Slash into Bravery and hope for the flinch. It's not going to do anything to Mudsdale, and it can't be flinch, so I think going into Bravery is probably the best choice there. So I don't miss, thankfully. Actually, that does quite a bit. That was a crit, okay. Makes sense. So that's what... I thought the Arcanine had the Citrus Berry. Maybe it was a different... It must have been a Pinch Berry. So Bravery actually goes for the Tailwind. Fair enough. Max Rockfall from the... on Charizard, actually, okay. I think doing that onto Torkoal would have been better, because obviously now Torkoal just gets to attack. So Bravery actually avoids it, of course. It doesn't do a lot of damage, unfortunately, but you know, damage is damage. Right, okay. So I know my opponent's still got Dragapult in the back. Right, so I've just got Machamp left. I don't think I can win one-on-one versus Dragapult, to be honest. And obviously there's Bravery there that is going to be able to hit Machamp hard. I think I'm going to protect Torkoal though. And I'm going to go for a Stone Edge into Bravery. I need to get that out of the way. So yeah, it does attack the Machamp slots, fair enough. Don't live that, unfortunately. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. I feel like if I probably had time to pick my team, could definitely have done better there, but is what it is. There's not a lot I can do about it, unfortunately. It's my own fault for spending too long picking Pokemon. Yeah, okay, so I'm just going to run from this end. There's no point trying to double protect. Just a bit of a waste of time, really. But good game to my opponent. Well played. Definitely outsmarted me there. Right, so I'm just going to run and end it there. So we can move straight on to the next one. Hopefully we'll get at least one win. I mean, we're not looking too great right now, to be honest. 2 battles so far. Managed to lose both of them. It's weird how you go from a winning streak to a losing streak to a losing streak to a winning streak. You know, it's just how it is. That's Pokemon for you. Hopefully the audio is okay as well. I know in my last video, the audio got a little bit disrupted. Not really sure why. Probably because I hadn't turned off my computer for a few days, but that's my own fault. So looking for a win right now, to be honest. So a trainer has been found. Let's have a look. Rank. Oh god, that's a high rank. Right. You know, a part of me wishes they didn't show the rank, just because, like, when you see someone who's like ranked 2000, like, you automatically try to play a little bit harder and not as relaxed, just because you know they're a really good player. So we've got Snorlax, Togekiss, Salvion, Corviknight, Hitmonlee. So Machamp is definitely not a good one here. I think I'm going to bring Raichu and Charizard as a lead. Don't think I need Bravery, to be honest. I think I'm going to bring... I mean, I could actually lead Torkoal. If he leads Hitmonlee, though, could definitely have that fake out, so... Now, I think I'm going to bring... yeah, there's definitely no point bringing Machamp free. It's so much weakness to a lot of those. So I think I will bring... I'll bring Torkoal. Yeah, I think I'll bring Torkoal. Right, let's go with those 4. See how that pans out. If I continue running the Sun team, I could put Chlorophyll Venusaur on this team as well. And there's also a new competition in 3 days. I need to set up my Trainer Club account with my Nintendo account, though, so I can qualify for those championship points. I was attempting to last week, but I kept on getting some sort of error. So if that does consist, I'll have to wait for their life support to come. Right, so let's see what she brings. I'm not sure who I'd like to see them lead with personally, but it's quite a scary looking team. A lot of meta-relevant Pokemon. Right, Hitmonlee and Salvion. Right, okay. So I know Hitmonlees can carry Fake Out. I have no choice but to Fake Out that slot, just in case it wants to go for its own Fake Out. There's also a possibility it could Dynamax, so I don't think it will. I'm actually going to double up onto that slot, actually. Go for a Max Airstream on there as well, because I don't think it will be able to one-hit me. I could be wrong. After it gets Unburdened boost and my Raichu +1, I might outspeed it still. I'm not sure. I've not really come across... I mean, this is the first time I've ever come across a Hitmonlee, to be honest. So, we shall see. I'm not too sure what to expect. But that's what wins a lot of Pokemon games, is the surprise factor. You know, being surprised by something you wouldn't think your opponent would do is what wins. You know? So, Hitmonlee Dynamaxing with Weakness Policy, Unburden, plus Max Rockfall would obviously take me by a huge surprise. But we shall see. Any Dynamax? So, no Dynamax. Actually goes for Protect that slot. Fair enough. So, it was probably maybe expecting. So, Sylveon actually goes for Protect as well. So, he actually went for a double Protect. Right. So, if that Hitmonlee is carrying Weakness Policy, that's a good play. Because that'll still activate the Weakness Policy. and the Unburden. So I don't think there's any weakness policy there. Damn, so there is a weakness policy there. Okay. Right. I need to think this turn then. I think I'm going to go for a Nuzzle into the Hitmonlee slot. And I'm going to max guard here. Because I expect the Hitmonlee to Dynamax and go for a max Rockfall. But if I can... Obviously, the Sylveon can't one-hit me. Neither can the Hitmonlee. I'm faster than Sylveon. But if I can paralyze the Hitmonlee, I will be able to take it out the next turn. But I will have to decide whether or not I want to go for max Airstream or Wild Flames and get the passive damage. So there's my max guard. Does go for the max Rockfall. Happy with that. My Nuzzle. Was a fair bit of damage, to be honest. I think what I might do is I might double onto that slot next turn. I think that might be my best bet. Cool, that does so much damage. Jeez. So it is Throat Spray Salvion. Fair enough. Yeah, I think I'll double on. I could go for a Nuzzle. Well, I mean, they're quite frail. I think I'm going to go for... Who have I got? I think I'm going for a Nuzzle onto Sylveon. And I'm going for the Wildfire onto Hitmonlee. I think that's my best bet. Hopefully it doesn't go for a max guard. Because I'd like to get the passive damage off. But I have brought it... So it does go for the max guard. Ah, man. Irritating. Okay. Good play. Should have gone for the Sylveon there. I'm not going to get any passive damage off this game, which is unfortunate. Yeah. That's a good play. It's fair enough. No para from the Sylveon, unfortunately. It does take out my Raichu. Raichu's done a good job, though. He's paralysed 2 Pokemon. Definitely saved me that game. Obviously, because of the Unburdened Hitmonlee. So I'm going to bring in Torkoal. And I'm going to get that that solar power boost. Passive damage would have been really handy. I should have attacked the Sylveon slot, I suppose. But, I mean, I know the max guard was sort of obvious, but at the same time, I couldn't take that chance because it would have hurt a lot. So I'm going to go for a Heat Wave here. And I'm going to go for an Air Slash onto Hitmonlee. With the Sun Boost, that might take it out. They're not very... you know, they're very weak, Hitmonlee. So, yeah, it does take it out. Cool. Cool. So, my opponent's Dynamax didn't do a lot to me, so that's good. And the Sylveon gets paralysed, even better. Could have hit Eruption there. Another turn I could have hit Eruption. But that Heat Wave does a nice bit of damage. I'm happy with that. Bit solar power damage, no worries. I'm at +1 speed with Charizard as well. So it does bring in a Dragapult. Okay. So I'm going to tap Heat Wave again. I will be faster than Dragapult. And I think I'm going to go for Air Slash into that slot. Could go for my own Heat Wave, but I think going for Air Slash and getting off some neutral damage would be my best bet here. Personally. That's why I love Raichu so much. Just because the para is just so handy. Wow, it does so much damage. It's so frail. So it does go for Thunderbolt. Unfortunately, I don't have Raichu in, though. It does take out my Charizard. Kind of expected that, to be fair. No para. It's going to do a lot of damage. I think I took that pretty well, actually. Heat Wave. Doesn't miss any targets. Nice. Actually, double KO as well. Even better. So this is going to be Gastrodon and Torkoal versus whichever my opponent has left in the back. Right, so here we go. Let's bring Gastrodon, hopefully for a good type matchup. Not sure who I would hope to see. Let's have a look. So it's Snorlax. Okay. So I know my Gastrodon's faster in that. Torkoal isn't, obviously. Could protect Torkoal. No, I think I'm just going to double attack, though, to be honest. Snorlax is physically offensive, so best it could do is go for a belly drum, really. My Gastron is faster. No Trick Room up. Burn would be really nice. Obviously, I'm under Sun. So oh, okay, got Burn as well. Okay, so this game's been very nice to me. High horsepower from the Snorlax does not do barely anything. Obviously, it's probably a bulky Snorlax. Probably, obviously, without that belly drum, it's not doing a lot of damage. So yeah, this is going to be a win for me, this one. Unless my opponent gets two like super high horsepower crits in a row, then I think I'm good. I'm just going to go for an Earth Power here, because obviously I just scolded to try to get that burn. So yeah, opponent just cancel the battle, fair enough. Okay, so that'll probably even out my rank actually. Getting a win that higher. We'll just double check quickly before I end this video. But we shall have a look. So I'm going to cut, a bit too far there. So let's go back into it and see. I started off on 4.8 thousand. I could get back to 6, that'd be really nice. Although I think that might be a little bit wishful thinking. Oh, almost 6,000. Okay, I mean, I'll take that. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video for some Pokemon PvP. Obviously, my team needs a little bit of team building. I need to work out Bravery. I don't seem to ever consider bringing it, maybe once out of all these battles. But if you enjoyed this video, please like the video, share it with your friends. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hope you've been enjoying the G-Max Toxtricity race. Please check out that video if you haven't. Leave your friend code down below and I'll be able to add you and you can join in some raids as well. But until tomorrow, I will see you all later.